Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography. We're all friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. I'm Jason. With me is Tim.
Hola.
And Bill.
I'm not a tough guy.
And we're talking High on Fire. It's been a busy new release week. There's been some highly notable releases this and all in the same. Well, I guess last week by the time this comes out, but
yeah,
you know, here at ODD, we like to let music marinate a little bit. You know, we don't just put those videos out quickly for those views and catch that algorithm. We like to listen to this music and take it in, soak it in, come up with a good opinion. I'm bullshitting. So yeah, we're talking High on Fire. Go check out our Melvins review we did. Go check out our Pearl Jam review we did. And stick around, subscribe for The Descendants. That's where we're at on this fucked up timeline. All right. High on Fire. Who wants to start this one? Let's let Bill? No, wait, no. I'll start it. Fuck it. Because you guys started the other ones.
Well, and I'm assuming neither of you guys were familiar with this band, right?
Not at all.
Yeah, never heard of them before again.
Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
History relationship with the band, see?
I was 1 for 3 this week.
Yeah, no, this is Matt Pike from Sleep. Sleep were, of course, a very innovative 90s band that broke up, and after that breakup, Matt went on to start High on Fire. This is like their 9th or 10th album at this point. They've been around for 25 years, and they've been a leading light in the good metal scene since the early 2000s. Matt Pike is absolutely one of like the rock stars of heavy metal now. So, yeah, no, just being a metal fan, I've known about High on Fire, and yeah, they rip. So. I'm a big Sleep fan. I'm a big Matt Pike fan. I'm a big Cody Willis fan. So, yeah, I was super excited to see that this album was coming out. And, yeah, they put out the first single was Burning Down, which I heard like a month or two ago when it came out. And it just gets better and better every time I hear it. I might even go on the limb and say there's your Grammy winner for the 2025 metal song of the year or whatever it is. Whenever the next Grammys is, I bet this one's on the list. Because They did win a Grammy, on their last album. So
I've never heard of
they
this
do
band.
know about them.
When you said they've been around for 25 years, I was like, really? I thought it was like a new band.
Yeah, no. Grammy award winning already.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, metal has always kind of had two paths. You either get like the poppy metal, which in the 21st century has really been super fast, super technical, a lot of triggers, a lot of high vocals and guitar hero playing, and then the dirty, ugly metal, which I usually tend to gravitate towards. Yeah, it sounds like this. It's just loud, couple dudes in a room making as much noise as possible.
Okay. I'm going to go through mine, I guess. Because this is my first High on Fire experience.
Sure.
I guess before I start, I want to say out of all the new releases this week, this one takes the fucking winner for album art. It's a fucking pirate ship in the sky. You can't fucking beat that.
Nope.
That's a cool fucking album cover. And when we get to the end of the year reviews, because we're still going to do it Is It Art at the end of the year.
Yes.
This is fucking top.
This
This is a winner right here.
Yeah.
All right. Music-wise, or track-wise, Lamb's Bread. I'm sorry, what did he say? I didn't quite catch that. Not a fan of the production. Even turned up really loud. It didn't sound really loud. Really repetitive guitars. Burning Down, a little slower, more interesting than the opening track. The solo was straight fire, though. Wire metal bands so obsessed with God. A song here or there is fine, but some of these bands just wear the topic out. That opinion is gonna change real quickly with this album. This fucking third track. How do you say that? Trismegistus.
Trismegistus.
This was. I knew this was going to be the song I liked the most because I won't be able to fucking pronounce it. I like the music on this one, but wasn't feeling the vocals, the production. Something is off, and I can't figure out what it is. I feel like this band should be louder than how it sounds. The bass is too loud, maybe. Something just doesn't work for me. Again, about 3 minutes in, though, some shit changes, and the music gets even better. Cometh the Storm, the title track. This one sounds much better. The bass is clear. Things sound more separated and musically pleasing. I like the quieter parts with the tribal sounding drums. Karanilik Yo.
Sure.
4-minute instrumental. Had an Indian vibe going. It wasn't bad. This was not like a COC skippable instrumental. This one was worth hearing all the way through. And I would revisit just to learn when all the claps were so I could clap along. Soul's Golden Curse. I like the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da guitar riff. It's hard to translate guitar sounds into words on paper, but that's what my notes say. The beating. Holy shit. This motherfucker punches you in the face, curb stomps your skull, takes your wallet, then calls your mom a whore. And you respond with, "Thank you, please, may I have another?"
Oh man, that's got to be the tagline on the video. You gotta throw that in the thumbnail, my friend.
And then it leads into the next track, Tough Guy, which was okay. I wasn't too big on it. The guy's voice is growing on me, though. He does a few weird little pitch things in Tough Guy, which was interesting. Lightning Bread, no idea what he said in this one. The little drum solo thing was neat, but I wasn't vibing it. Hunting Shadows was decent, though. The separation of the instruments sounds better here than that last track. I wonder how many times he uses the word priest on this album. Way too long, though. It takes a solid 3 minutes before something changes, but I like the first 3 minutes the most. Darker Fleece, Jesus, a 10-minute closer. I guess it gets the part-by-part breakdown like the Melvins Pain Equals Funny. The intro, did not need that minute and 40 seconds of bullshit. Cut that out. Second part, it was slow, droning, repetitive, boring. Only the drums were doing anything interesting. Okay, at the 4-minute, 45-second mark, starting to think there is no third part to this song. And my notes are gone.
Oh,
Were those the blank pieces of paper you tossed away?
It probably was. I think it was. Oh, wait, you got a good point. Yeah, here it is. It's at the back half of the Melvins. All right. Third part. Finally, a few seconds after the 5-minute mark, the lead guitar starts doing something different. Just a solo over the same beat they've been doing for 95% of the song. The outro, slower. Not a fan of this one. I bet Tim loves it for the drums, which is the only decent thing here. The drummer goes the fuck off. Like they wrote this long-ass song just so he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah, I didn't go out and buy a copy of this one like I did the Melvins. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's just not my thing. Not my style. The lyrics, I like a little bit more depth and, I mean, they had some interesting lyrics, but it was like just your standard classical, metal lyrics of Viking type theme,
And on the surface, yes, but they're definitely a band. The deeper you dig into the lyrics, the more they open up.
Okay.
They're very cryptic and metaphorical.
I can see that.
I will say the beating was like almost like Anthrax on speed and PCP. Like, it was fucking just brutal how good that song was.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
So I might follow that up here, just because I have some questions more oriented for Tim. Just because I've never heard of High on Fire.
Sure.
Um, and I'll say this: I'll do my analysis and then I'll do my questions afterwards.
Okay.
I'll say Lamb Spread for an opening track. Does it get your attention? Yes. Is it like an amazing opener? No. Like, I thought it was pretty middle of the road opener. Burning Down. I don't know if you guys watched the music video for that, but goddamn, some trippy ass
Oh
shit
yeah.
going on.
There's actually 2 videos for it.
I'm curious
really?
now. I didn't watch any music videos.
So
Yeah, so there's the one you're talking about, and then there's the one in studio where it shows them kind of like filming or like recording it and stuff.
oh really?
They do one of those too. Yeah.
It's like, 'cause, yeah, the music video is like, I'll watch some weird, trippy, I'll call it grotesque things at times. I think that music video might take the cake for the most most interesting music video I've seen this
I'm telling
year.
you, go watch the Melvins Allergic to Food music video. That shit's it's good.
They're on par. They're on par.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The Trismegistus, kind of like what Jason said, that one actually, fuck, I really like that song. That was an amazing song, I felt like. And say the next couple songs, like the entire middle section here, this next stretch of 5 songs, actually all of them, my curiosity is exceptionally piqued with this album on this one. In a way that not dissimilar from when we covered the Strung Out album. It's like, okay, I kind of want to hear some more. I might tread a little bit more lightly with this one, personally, just because, like, okay, I'm peaked, but I'm not going to be. Also with Strung Out, I'm not like clamoring to find the next Strung Out. It's like, okay, there's some stuff I like.
Oh, you will be.
I'll say this. Barker Fleece, the closing or Darker Fleece, I'm sorry. If you took out the drums, I felt like it would have been a pretty lackluster closing track, relatively speaking. So I guess question number 1. All right, I guess my curiosity is piqued. What is something that would be not dissimilar from this that we could go explore next for High on Fire?
Like, as far as a different band or a different High on Fire album?
Different High on Fire album.
Oh, I mean, I would, if you want to go old school, I'd go with Surrounded by Thieves. If you want to go like a good representation of the whole big picture, I'd probably go with like Death Is This Communion.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of albums, and I mean, they're all pretty similar.
Okay, gotcha. Because obviously we've had it where like the band does something, then one album is complete. Well, one album is pop punk, the next one is death metal, and then
This one is definitely this is what this band sounds like, and they do it.
Metal band.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So then,
and yeah, I mean, they're obviously in 25 years, there's growth.
Oh, obviously.
There's been a Grammy. Like, there's spots that, there's been a couple, like, in the mid-2000s that were, like, bona fide radio hits and, metal bangers. So they've hit it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, because I know you mentioned that they had a lot of intermingling here with, Nirvana, I think you said, and a couple other bands. Like, is there a high turnover with this band, too, or is it just kind of people coming and going on their own?
This band's been pretty consistent. This is the first album with a new drummer.
Okay.
They've had a couple drummers over the years.
The drums stood out on this record, though. Like, it goes the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. and and I really could hear the Crover influence. All those years of being in the Melvins, sitting next to Dale Crover every night, I can just hear it in the playing.
Okay.
And yeah, like Cody's the man. like, yeah, super glad that he got this job, and I'm super glad that he killed it on this album. Like, good for him.
To me, the biggest problem was the production. Like, and it wasn't the whole album. It was like almost like it was recorded in two different. And I don't know. I didn't do any research. It probably wasn't. But some songs, the band just sounded so quiet. And like I was listening to headphones, and I would turn it up really loud, and it just wasn't as loud as they. Because I'm like, man, I would love to hear this live. Like,
they are definitely a live band.
And then some songs sounded really fucking like the opening track, the beating. Some of it sounded fucking sharp. That one.
Yeah, that's a banger. I really liked Hunting Shadows too. I thought that one was really good. Yeah, you're right. The beating is just insanely good. The Burning Down is a personal favorite. I love the little vocal hook in that. It's just awesome. And then when he does it like towards the end there and he's just screaming his ass off, it sounds so good.
Well, that's the longer the album went on, because when it first started, he's just like, I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of these motherfuckers.
This would also be the first album that I think Matt's done sober. So it actually sounds really good on this album.
Yeah, as the album went on, I started picking up on like nuances in his voice and changes, and I can't remember what song it was. It might have been the title track, but like his voice, because it was more of like a story where he was talking about, I don't know, conquering something, and like he was doing a lot of nuances with his voice where it was starting to work with me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy, he can fucking sing when he wants to. Like he's got a good voice. It wasn't just
so yeah, he's not the singer in Sleep. He's just the guitar player in that band. But yeah, in this band, this is his vision. So he's doing it all.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, if we ever, I get how many albums you say they have? Fucking.
They've got a few. Let me get an exact count here.
It's something we could put on the list. We can cover this discography for sure.
Yeah, this is their 9th album.
Okay,
ain't too bad then.
Fuck, they only a couple albums behind Pearl Jam at this point.
Yeah, and this is the first one in 6 years. You know, new drummer, global pandemic has slowed it down a little bit. Pike did do a couple solo albums too, like Pike versus the Automaton, which came out like, God, that's been like 4 or 5 years now at this point, I think. No, not that long. Maybe 2 or 3. That was a really good like solo outing. That was a really fun album. A lot of good stuff on there.
So as a fan, like this album like satisfied your High on Fire need?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's my favorite album by them of all time. It's certainly not the worst. And yeah, no, I mean, I've been able to listen to it now like 3 times, and so I'm still growing with it. But every time I hear it, it does get a little better. And yeah, there's like 4 or 5 right out the gate that are just like, this is rad. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I could definitely go back to quite a few of these tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, even the instrumental was like
It's
pretty
good.
I imagine myself like driving my car, and you're listening to the new High on Fire, and you're just like, and then all of a sudden you're like, with that instrumental, and you're like still into it because it was fucking good.
Well, and if you look at the placement of it, if you're getting it on CD, it breaks it up like a nice vinyl and gives you a nice side A, side B. Yeah, like I said, I tried to get this at the record store yesterday, but they were out. So I can't wait to see how it does on the charts.
I think it was Soul's Golden Curse that like that was the point where his voice like started working for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of an acquired taste for sure, but you know,
I will say
Eddie
though,
Vedder's not.
I mean, I love Eddie Vedder's voice. I never had problems with the Adam Sandler shit. You know, the Saturday Night
Sure.
Live shit.
No, I got you. It's all good.
I will say though, just looking at what's come out this year so far on our list, it's clear.
Been pretty good.
It's the clear fucking winner in the art department. Like, it's hands down.
Yeah.
It's the clear winner. That's a fucking badass album cover.
And yeah, it's pretty consistent with all their album covers too.
I was hoping for like some fucking pirate metal. That would have been cool as shit.
That different band, but we could get there if you want some pirate metal.
Fuck yeah, I want some pirate metal.
Okay.
I was about to say, if that doesn't exist, we should invent it.
God, Wellerman.
Oh no, it definitely exists.
Oh, okay.
Wellerman sea shanty with a distortion and a
fuck yeah.
person.
I saw a band
screaming.
last summer. Their drum riser was a giant Viking helmet, and the eyes were LED screens, so like the eyes were constantly like flashing lightning and stuff. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, I like the lightning on this cover. Like, fucking lightning's like hitting that ship. It don't give a fuck, dude. It's Cometh the Storm, man.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, as far as metal goes, this is probably like a strong contender for metal album of the year. As far as like just all genres and whatnot, it's probably made my top 10 list so far. How far it gets, I'm not quite sure yet. Still need a little bit more time with it and a couple others, but
who knows what the fuck else
I
is
think
coming
it's a
out.
pretty strong release.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see, we do that discography. My goal is to convince Tim that 90s skate pop punk was good. And his
Give
goal...
it to me, baby.
No, man, it goes deeper than that. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Fuck you guys and fuck that song. Did you see they repressed Splinter on a picture disc? For
Yeah, I
Record
actually
Store
saw
Day?
it yesterday. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
It passed through my hands.
That's a good record. But I'm not gonna go out to fuck with the crowds because I know they'll put it out for like a 20th anniversary anyway. And I'll just
That's what this one was, I think, right?
Yeah, it was, but I'm sure they'll put like a regular version.
Oh yeah, the non-picture disc version.
Fuck picture disc. They don't sound as good anyway.
It's true.
But they look cool.
Yep.
So yeah, this has been our review on High on Fire. Anybody else got anything to add? Like, subscribe. We might eventually get to this discography. We're kind of booked up right now. Go check out our Melvins review, our Pearl Jam review, our Descendants discography. We'll be covering, I don't know, Nickelback too. Fuck it. We don't give a shit here at ODD. Yeah. Be safe. And what, Bill?
Be responsible?
And make good decisions. That's the motto of the show, man. Fuck me. See, you never give the tough jobs to the new guys.